Peace, peace, peace to the original people of the Creator. Welcome to another edition of Fresh Fire Friday with TY and Reggie. TY is out the building this week, but we joined by the beautiful Netanyia Samuel. What's going on, Nate?
Hey, I've been missing y'all.
Yeah, we've been a little busy with work and everything else in life. You know what I'm saying? Life come at you in all kind of ways. You just got to be ready for it. Sometimes you have to adjust. But
Yes,
how's everything going with you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing wonderful, actually. Yes, I'm doing wonderful.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you for sitting in. You so loyal and faithful. I appreciate that. Did you go to homecoming?
Yeah, I didn't really indulge in all of the activities they had. I just went to the tailgate.
How was that?
It was nice. It was crowded, and I hate I didn't get to go around because normally I go around from tent to tent to see everybody, take pictures and stuff like that. But I didn't even
Right.
do that this time. I'm losing my touch because
That ain't
I like to
yeah,
snap pictures.
that ain't like you miss out on the pictures, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. I got to get back into that groove.
Yeah. But I'm glad you got a chance to see everybody. Who surprised you the most that you saw that you haven't seen in a long time?
You know, I don't nobody because let me see. Nobody, because like I said, I really didn't get around to see all the people. So it wasn't even I missed out on a lot.
Yeah, I hate I didn't. I mean, a lot of people told me that Chris Huggins was home. I hate I didn't get a chance to see Chris.
I
I
did
would
see
have loved to
him.
see Chris. Yeah.
I did see him. Yeah.
But I did get a chance to see my cousin D Robinson at my daughter's wedding. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. I
I ain't seen
asked
D
you
in
about that.
yeah, so I ain't seen D in years, but that was big too. So I was happy to
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah. That was a beautiful wedding. I
Yes.
mean, it looked like something out of a movie. Everything was so pretty.
Yeah, it was
So
it was very
nice.
nice. I enjoyed.
Yeah,
I was honored to share that moment with them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, but how about your Cowboys? How they looking this year? We're
I
gonna talk
don't
about
know.
some football.
I dumped the Cowboys.
Did you really? So who you went with? The Steelers?
No, I'm not with nobody in the NFL.
So
You know,
what about the little? You remember you always said you wanted that Steelers jersey. What it was?
I have always been tempted, but you know what? I really, I don't know. Ben Roethlisberger put a really bad taste in my mouth. I
Damn
know
right.
he's not. I know
Yeah.
he's done, but I, I, I don't really. I really don't like them Steelers. I
Yeah, Ben.
don't.
Yeah, Ben put a real nasty taste in my mouth. I wanted him to retire 5 years ago, 6 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, but I'm glad he gone now. But on the Steelers, you know, I like. We don't have a great record, but I like the rookie quarterback, and I think he's gonna be all right once he mature and get used to the
Mm.
speed of this game. But you said you're not rocking with any NFL teams. Who you liking right now?
I like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love watching him play. Just like in basketball, how if Steph Curry playing or LeBron,
Yeah.
you want to watch that game. That's how he done created that aura about himself too.
Yeah. So yeah, he's like my favorite player right now. And that's normally how I do. I just like people off of certain teams.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I just wanted to chat it up with you a little bit, but before we get into our topic, I want to you know, shout out my dad. He went through a little something with his he had a little procedure done a couple weeks ago with his
Oh,
heart. So I'm just praying that he get back to himself. And
oh
I want to
yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Deacon Seegers. I love Deacon
Oh yeah.
Seegers.
Yeah, I thought you probably knew about that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's sad. That's
Hmm.
sad that I didn't know because I feel like, it should have been out there.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but our our church that's a whole nother story. Our church has not been, it just kind of fell off. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just I mean, I think COVID really exposed a lot of churches. So it
Yeah.
probably I think it's all of them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have I stay away from that, but yeah, it's I think it's all of them. And I want to shout out Ty Ty him and his wife they going down his father-in-law is going through something too. So
Hmm.
that's why he's not here today. They dealing with that situation. And
Okay.
my cousin Jamie, he dealing with his mother-in-law, so everybody dealing with a lot of stuff right now.
I
And
get
that
it.
goes back to two words. One word you said earlier was maturity, and it's crazy. Me and Jamie was talking yesterday. Maturity and responsibility. Maturity is being being an adult and being in a situation where you can step up and be
Mhm.
responsible to look out for the people that love you. And
Oh, yeah.
all of us are still, in the process of life. Our
Yeah.
parents, we went through our grandparents' process. Now our parents coming around.
Hmm.
Then we're gonna go through our stages. Then our
Hmm.
kids, everybody gonna have their time, So
Yeah.
I send prayers up to all of them, my mother, father, your mother, everyone, and just pray for health and strength for everyone. But leading to our fresh five this week. It ain't no
Okay.
topic. We ain't got no topic to talk about, but let's we let's pick. You're gonna pick the first. You just pick five random games from the 1 o'clock game, and I'll pick five from the 4 o'clock games, and we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah. Now that I got these picks, I'm anxious to see what it's gonna be like on
Oh
Sunday.
yeah.
So my first pick was the Panthers and the Falcons.
Okay.
And I like the Panthers because it's, it South Carolina, North Carolina's like home team, whatever.
Correct. Yeah.
But I think the Falcons are gonna take it.
So you taking the Falcons?
Yeah, I picked the Falcons over
Okay.
that game.
Hey, PJ Walker looked good last week for the Panthers, starting quarterback,
Oh,
the MVP of the XFL 2 years
okay.
ago.
So,
Yeah.
well, maybe they'll come through.
Right.
Hopefully, they'll come through.
Yeah. I love to see him win that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Get some of them bandwagon Panther fans something to cheer about. Bandwagon ass.
Yeah. Okay. And
Talking about how I'm a diehard Panther fans and the
yeah,
Panthers ain't got there to 95. You born in 75.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just, like I always will root for them because of the North Carolina, South Carolina
Right,
thing.
right,
Well,
right, right. Yeah.
yeah.
It's all good. I'm
But
just
I did have the pleasure of going to a Panthers game last year, and it was so exciting. I loved it. I had a
yeah,
good time when they played the Eagles. Well, of course they lost to the Eagles, but it was
of
it was
course.
nice. I
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So my second pick is the Bears and the Cowboys, of
Uh-oh.
course.
Right. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Cowboys.
Okay. So you're gonna pick the
Not
Cowboys.
not because they were like my former team, but because I think they looking they looking better than past season. I say that they looking a whole lot better than last year.
Yeah.
So
I, I
that's
I'm actually gonna go with the Bears on that game because I like the way Justin Fields looked last game. If he play like that, he gonna run all over them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I like that pick.
Okay. So, and my next one is the Cardinals and the Vikings. I
Okay.
like the Cardinals. I love the Cardinals, but I think the Vikings are gonna take it. The, they record looking pretty good right
Yeah,
now.
I'll go with you on
Com-
that one. I like that pick.
Yeah, compared to the Cardinals. And my next one is the Raiders and the Saints. I'm
Oh,
going with the Saints.
going with the Saints.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. There's something about the teams in the South that I like. The South and the North, Southeast teams, stuff like that.
Hey, that's I'm gonna say one thing about that game. You can flip a coin. It can go either way. You flip a damn coin on that one. That's a good pick though. I put the Saints down.
Yeah. And so my last one is the Steelers and the Eagles.
Dang.
And you know, I mean that's your team,
Yeah.
but I am not counting on the Steelers to pull through.
Hey, Nate. That's why I told you to pick the 1 o'clock games because I would have probably picked the Eagles too. I ain't lying. We're not gonna beat them. Yeah. I didn't want to have to say it, but that's why I said get the 1 o'clock. Cause I was gonna pick the Eagles anyway.
Yeah, yeah, and I like the Eagles for some
They
reason. I
looking
don't
good. I mean, I love
know.
Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? They looking real good. So all right, I'm gonna go into my games, the 4 o'clock games. First one, 49ers and the Rams. Um, I'm just gonna base it. I'm gonna pick the 49ers.
Uh-huh.
Giants and the Seahawks. Even though the Giants playing good, I'm going with the Seahawks because I think I'm looking at it by quarterback, and I think
Yeah.
Geno Smith looks better. I mean, he's better than the quarterback for the Giants. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Packers and Bills. This was a tough one, but Packers. Who the Packers just lost to last week?
I don't know.
Well, whoever they lost to the Commanders. They lost to
Oh, are
Washington.
you kidding me?
Yes, they lost to Washington. So,
Oh,
what do you think the Bills gonna do to them in Buffalo?
oh man,
Yeah,
I hate to even say it. They sorry.
yeah, they lost to Washington, and the next game gonna be the Colts and the Commanders. And I picked the Commanders just because how they looked
Yeah.
against Green Bay last week. Yeah. And last is the Texans and the Titans. I picked the Titans. That's about like this. I think the Titans, they flying low under the radar. I
Mm-hmm.
got them as like fifth best team in the NFL right now, like fourth or fifth.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
and they flying real low, but I think they're gonna run away with that game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
That sounds
we got our
good. Yeah.
I wrote yours down and we'll definitely talk about that
Oh
next time.
yes. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to see who does what.
Yeah, you got to come back on here next week with me and Ty.
Okay, I
But
definitely will.
since you're the guest, Ty usually do a weekly quote or share a story or words of encouragement.
Huh.
So you sitting in that seat today, and you can take over that responsibility today.
Okay, well, yeah, I saw this earlier today while, because I love Pinterest. So I saw this earlier today, and I wanted to post it on my Facebook page, but I didn't. So I'm gonna share it. It says, "Be so rooted in yourself that nobody's absence or presence disturb your inner peace."
Mm,
Yes, well, we have people in our lives who can come in and just change your whole mood, your attitude.
right.
Them the ones that we really need to stay away from. Especially if it's negative. You know, especially if it's negative.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
yeah, we always I am very big on having peace in
Mm-hmm.
my whole life. So yeah, I don't anybody who disturbs my peace, I I stay away from.
Oh yeah. I feel you on that, Nate. I do the exact same thing, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate that.
And it's so sad because I really have like genuine feelings for certain people, but because they are so toxic, I can't have them in my life. And and I hate that because I love them, but at the same time, I can't I can't handle all their messiness.
Hey, so a good example would be something like you're trying to be in a good space mentally. You starting your day off, and then they may call you with some bad news, or they directly towards you. What do you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I if they call me, like if somebody call me with some messiness or bad news, I
Yeah,
really try to just remove myself, and definitely not respond.
yeah,
I mean, I hate that. Like I hate to, ignore people because I don't like to be ignored. But when it's something messy and negative, I don't even react or respond to it.
yeah. You know, one way I used to combat that was at 10 o'clock every night until 8 o'clock. I have my phone going do not disturb. That way
Mhm.
I don't want to, and I try not to touch my phone. You know, I don't do it like I used to, but I used to not touch my phone like an hour before I go to sleep. And then when I
Yeah.
wake up, I get up at 4:30 to start my day. I don't look at my phone until I'm almost at work. Like my phone
Yeah.
will come back on at 8 o'clock, but I done did everything. I done worked out, ate breakfast, got ready for work. Now I'm gone. Then I look at the phone. But you don't want to deal with you don't want to deal with bad news right before it's time for you to go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
You definitely don't want to get woke up in the middle of the night with some bad
Exactly.
news.
Some
And you
bad
don't
news.
want to look at nothing bad as soon as you wake up. So
Mhm.
that's one way that I combat it. Just put that phone on do not disturb and don't look at it. Don't touch it. Because if somebody do call and tell you that something happened, what can you do about it?
Not nothing.
Nothing.
Not nothing.
Now you're gonna be
Mm-mm.
up the rest of the night trying to figure out, you know,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get no sleep.
n-
So can't
mhm.
do nothing about it.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good idea because some people are so attached to their phones, you know, and it's really not good. It's really not healthy. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, all that time you spending on your phone, you can be meditating, or you can be reading the word, or it's other things that you could be doing with your time than sitting there on that phone all the time with that phone to your ear or in your hand. And I mean, and like literally sometimes having my phone in my hand makes my hand itch, and I put it down. I'm done.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I think you know the phone part of our uniform now. You know what I'm saying? We can't go nowhere without it. I know
Hmm.
if I get in the car, I can. If I get in the car, the first thing I do is look. Oh, I left my phone. I'll go right
Yeah.
back in and get it. And that
Yeah.
and it's bad for us because we didn't grow up like that because we didn't have no phones, you know. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Nate. You got anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
No, but I want to do shout out to
Oh
Ty,
yeah, oh yeah.
and um it's all love, and I miss y'all so much, and I'm so glad that we were able to do this, and I appreciate y'all for allowing me just to be on.
Hey, this is like a therapy session. You know what I'm saying? And I know you had some reservations about doing it when we first started doing it. But now you doing your own thing on your own channel. You know what I'm saying? I just hate you can't leave no comments on nothing. I be trying to comment on some of your videos, but you got the comments turned off.
I do. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I guess I gotta try to fix that.
Oh yeah. And what's your channel name again?
Reciprocity always.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that name. And I always want to ask you, what made you choose reciprocity for your name?
Because I get, reciprocity is like you get what you give.
Right.
And I always try to put out the positive, give the positive, and I would like that in return.
Yep.
I,
That's
I
awesome.
will hope to get that in
You will
return.
hope, yeah, yeah. But you're gonna do what's right. Ex, not expecting that people do right, but you want them to have the same energy as you and do
Yeah,
the right thing.
yeah, I
Yeah.
want them to have the same energy, and that not everybody always does that, but that's their character. That's just how they are, and I just miss it and just keep it moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Nay. Well, we appreciate you. We love you, and thank you for filling in this week. Appreciate you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right. Thank everyone for listening to another edition of Fresh Fire Friday with TY and Reggie and special guest Netanyia, Golden Samuel. Peace be unto you. Have a great day.
All right. Good night.